Can we read together?
Amen.
Let's begin reading now.
And they come unto him, bringing one sick of the palsy, which was born poor. And when they could not come nigh unto him for the praise, they uncovered the roof where he was. And when they had broken it up, they laid down the bed where he was sick of the palsy raised. When Jesus saw their faith, he said unto the sick of the palsy, Son, thy sins be forgiven thee.
Thank you. May the Lord have a blessing to the reading of his word. Third verse. They come unto him bringing one sick of the palsy, which was born by four, which was carried by four. I want to use this first subject today. If you would focus your attention on the person that you're sitting next to, share this word with him. I said, look at somebody.
You heard it. You heard it.
If you would hold up your end,
If you hold up your hand,
we could all be blessed.
we can all be blessed. Amen.
Everybody sit on the other side and you look at them. Did you hear what I said?
Did you hear what I told?
If you would hold up your end,
If you will hold up your hand,
we could all be blessed.
we can all be blessed.
Now put your hands together and give me. The term hold up your end means to accept responsibility. Responsibility means taking care of your duties, being accountable, and answering for your actions. As we look at our story today, Jesus was in someone's home. As was the custom, anytime people knew about him, they would often invite him into their homes for dinner. And the word got out that he need to write that down for us, son. He's in town now. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. I'm trying to use that for my next revival. But people that were sick, once they found out where he was, they made it their business to come that they may be healed. Evidently, these four men had a sick friend who was paralyzed, and he couldn't do anything for himself. So they had compassion, and they thought that they would put him on a cot and carry him to where Jesus was. Now, if one or two of these men would have dropped out, it would have increased the burdens on others. But each of these four men took hold of their responsibility, and as a result, they saw their friend healed. Now, the problem we have today is that somebody will abandon their responsibilities and then try to tell you how to do yours. That sound familiar? But in looking at this story, we can see three kinds of faith on display. Number one, a caring faith. They cared for their friends. And number two, a responsible faith, because they were answerable for their actions. And number three, a determined faith, because they refused to let a crowded room discourage them from reaching their goal. And when they went to the house where Jesus was, even small hinders became no hinders at all. Because the Bible said in that 4th verse that when they could not come nigh unto him for the press, they uncovered the roof where he was. And when they broke it up, they let down the bed wherein the sick of the palsy lie. In other words, they went to somebody else's house. Well, it wasn't none of their house. They went to somebody else's house. Couldn't get in the front, couldn't get in the back, couldn't get in the side, so they went on top of the house and broke up, translated, tore up. Well, that's what they did. They tore up the roof. So they took a chance on going to jail. Somebody come to your house and tear the roof up and they don't live there, they ain't paying no bills, you gonna call the law. They going to jail. But they weren't concerned about what happened to them. Their main focus was on a friend. They were willing to take the risk to go to jail so that their friend could be ministered to. So they tore up the roof of somebody else's house. Well, somebody said, well, back in those days, the roof was made out of straw. I don't care what it was made out of. It was their house.
Right.
You may not be living opulent there, but you don't want nobody coming in whatever's yours and tearing it up.
Right.
They tore the roof up. And the Bible said when they were determined, that was a determined faith. When they put their self and their freedom at risk to do this for a friend. The Bible says that they let down this man down in the presence of Jesus. There's something about being in his presence.
Right.
That turns hurt into healing. Being in his presence turns sadness into gladness. Burdens in the blessing. And because of holding up their end, these 4 men witnessed the miracle working power of Jesus. Because Jesus told him, said, son, thy sins be forgiven. And there was somebody in the room that didn't believe that he had the power to forgive sin. So to prove who he was, he told him to take up his bed and walk. And the man was healed that very day. But what I'm trying to get you to see is that these 4 men held up their end. Now, history don't tell us, Elder Higgins, whether or not they had jobs or whether or not they were entrepreneurs. If they had a job, they took off that day for a friend. If they were entrepreneurs, they shut down the business for a friend. Oh, y'all ain't getting this. They held up their end. Nobody was complaining. This brother, he is kind of heavy, man. It looks like we need to. They held up their end. Say with me again, if you would hold up your end.
If you would hold up your end,
we could all be blessed.
Be blessed.
And because of them holding up their end, not only was they blessed, but their friend was healed. What a sight. What a testimony. Thank you, son. What a miracle.